Welcome to Beware the Fake Truth, where we expose myths, uncover hidden facts, and explore the truth behind the stories you think you know. In today's episode, we're exploring the tragic and haunting story of the Titanic. From its grand beginnings to its tragic end, and the mystery of why this legendary ship has been left beneath the waves for over a century. Let's take a look at the rise and fall of the Titanic, and the untold story of why it remains at the ocean's floor. Section 1. The Titanic's grand beginning. The ship of dreams. In the early 20th century, the Titanic was a marvel of modern engineering. Built by the White Star Line, this 882-foot-long ship was the largest moving object of its time, equipped with the finest amenities, from grand dining rooms to luxurious cabins. Dubbed the Ship of Dreams, it embodied human progress and the ambition to conquer the seas. The Titanic was designed to be unsinkable, equipped with 16 watertight compartments. But beneath its polished surface lay an unsettling truth: only 20 lifeboats, enough for roughly half of its 2,200 passengers. Despite its grandeur, the Titanic carried the seeds of its own tragedy. Section 2. The tragic night of April 15, 1912. Collision with the inevitable. On the night of April 15, 1912, just 4 days into its maiden voyage, the Titanic struck an iceberg in the frigid waters of the North Atlantic. Despite its supposed invincibility, the ship's watertight compartments filled quickly, and at 2:20 a.m., the Titanic split apart and sank. Over 1,500 people lost their lives that night. Survivors huddled on lifeboats in freezing temperatures, praying for rescue. The story of the Titanic's sinking is one we all know, a tale of human error, hubris, and nature's unforgiving power. But less is known about what happened after the Titanic was found, and why it remains resting, still and silent, under the sea. Although distress signals were sent, no nearby ships arrived in time. The only vessel to reach them was the RMS Carpathia, but it was 4 hours away. Section 3. The missed rescue and misinterpreted flares. Could more have been done? Questions linger over why more help didn't arrive that night. The SS Californian, positioned only about 10 to 20 miles from the Titanic, witnessed the flares but misinterpreted them as non-urgent. Crew on the Californian didn't respond, assuming the Titanic was simply communicating rather than signaling distress. When the Carpathia arrived at dawn, it was too late for many. Section 4. The rediscovery of the Titanic in 1985. The Titanic found again. For decades, the Titanic lay undiscovered until 1985, when Dr. Robert Ballard and his team located it nearly 12,500 feet below the surface. The discovery stunned the world, reigniting public fascination and sparking questions about bringing the ship back to the surface. But as scientists surveyed the wreck, they realized that the ship's delicate state made recovery difficult. The Titanic was slowly being consumed by rusticles, formations of iron-eating bacteria that caused the ship to disintegrate piece by piece. Section 5. Why the Titanic was never raised. Why leave it there? Bringing the Titanic back to the surface is no simple task. The ship's massive size and location over 2 miles down in the icy North Atlantic present enormous challenges. Extreme pressure and freezing temperatures make any recovery effort dangerous and costly. Beyond that, even the slightest movement could cause irreparable damage. But beyond the technical challenges lies an ethical debate. Many argue that the Titanic's resting place is a sacred site, a memorial to those who perished. Disturbing the wreck would mean disrespecting the lives lost that night. Attempts to explore or even salvage parts of the ship were also limited by another reality: respect for the Titanic's history as a final resting place. Many experts and families of victims believe the site should be preserved as it is, an underwater memorial to those who perished. Section 6. The ethical and cultural debate. A sacred memorial under the sea. Today, the Titanic is protected under the UNESCO Convention on the Protection of Underwater Cultural Heritage. Experts argue that disturbing the site would disrupt this historically significant graveyard, a place where over 1,500 souls lost their lives. Instead of salvaging the ship itself, smaller artifacts have been carefully retrieved to share its story, while leaving the Titanic intact. These relics now tour the world in exhibitions, offering visitors a glimpse into life on board, the elegance, the opulence, and the quiet moments before disaster. The ship remains undisturbed, a silent testament to human ambition and its limits. Section 7. Closing thoughts. So, why has the Titanic remained beneath the waves for over a century? Its story is preserved not by raising it from the depths, but by letting it rest. The Titanic reminds us of both human ingenuity and the risks of overconfidence, of luxury and loss, and of respecting the past without disturbing it. As it slowly fades into the ocean floor, it leaves behind lessons for us all. Lessons about nature's power, the limits of human control, and the respect we owe to the past. The Titanic may be gone, but its legacy will never sink. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to explore more of history's hidden stories, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell icon so you never miss an update as we continue to explore history's greatest mysteries.